Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about SKU numbers. I'm going to explain what they are and how I'm going to implement them into my system. I'll also share how you can make your own SKU numbers. So if this is something that interests you, then just keep watching. Now, if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Adrienne Jewell. I'm a part-time reseller. I sell on platforms like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, all kind of different platforms. If you've been with me over the last few videos, you know that I have 3 specific focus areas for the rest of 2020, and those are inventory management, accounting, and work-life balance. Now, SKU Numbers is going to help me with all 3 of those, and you're going to learn why right now. SKU numbers are very unique to every seller, every merchant, every store, and they help us track and identify every single item within our inventory. Now, how do SKUs help us? The short answer is that they help make our lives a lot easier. We can get an accurate count of every single item within our inventory system, which is super important, especially for tax season. Knowing the exact count of our inventory helps us make better buying decisions. So if we know that we're low on shoes, we can go out and source for some more shoes. If we know that we've been selling a lot of jackets, then we might want to go run out there and grab a whole bunch of jackets. Or if we know we have an excess of jeans, like I have a ton of jeans, can't get rid of my jeans, I know now I shouldn't be buying any more jeans. So it helps us make those better buying decisions when we can source, which is the fun part. And it also helps us track every single item within our inventory. So if I need to know where a particular set of shoes are, I can type in a SKU number into an app that I'm using, and I'll have a video on that coming up soon. But I can type in my SKU number into this app, and it tells me exactly where my item is located in my home, because I have several locations all throughout my home where I house my inventory. So it'll tell me the exact location and the bin number where it's located. SKU numbers contain a specific set of details that the seller wants them to contain. So really, you decide what you want them to contain, you make them up, and you make out the format. Now, some specific details that sellers might include would be the brand, the color of the item, maybe the size of the item, even where they purchase the item or where it's located in their home. So you decide what you want them to contain. Usually they are about 8 digits long, but you'll see when I show you my format that it's around 9 digits long, and that's okay. We make our own SKU number. We decide how many numbers are going to be in that SKU. So here's an example of how someone might write their SKU number. So we have a Madewell top. This Madewell top is in a size small. Someone got it at Goodwill, and it's stored in bin number 2. So a SKU example for this top would be MW for Madewell, SM for size small, GW for Goodwill, and 02 for bin number 2. Now, your SKU number can contain dashes, or you can take out those dashes. This is your SKU number, so you decide how you want it to look. All right, so let's flip this. Let's take out Goodwill, and we're going to replace it with the color. So in this case, so using the color blue for this top, we have MW again for Madewell, SM for the size small, BL for blue this time, and 02 for bin number 2. So you can see that you can include any details that are important to you that will help you understand what that item is and where it's located. You decide those details and go with it, write your own format. However, there are a couple things that you should consider when you are writing your format. Number 1 is to make sure that they are easy to understand. And number 2 is to ensure there are no repeats to avoid SKU data. So let's go back to that Madewell top. So in bin number 2, you probably shouldn't have another blue Madewell top in the size small, because that would end up with the same SKU number and would skew any data. So how will I be using my SKUs? Now, the reason that I am implementing SKUs into my inventory management system is to meet 2 goals that I have for myself and for my system. Now, the first one is to quickly locate an item when it's sold. This will help save time during the shipping process, especially because if you're like me, you've sold an item before and you get really excited about that sale until you have to go find it. And that's probably sometimes the hardest and most time-consuming part, is trying to find that item. So recently I sold a couple of dresses, and I have my bin set up to where they're in categories. I have dresses in different bins, and then the pants in different bins, and so on and so forth. So these dresses sold, but I have multiple bins with dresses, and it took me a while to find those dresses. So I had a huge mess in my office with all these bins, items laying all over the place, until I finally found the 2 dresses that I sold. And that's not a good use of my time. That's not a good use of my energy. It's very, very inefficient. So SKU Numbers will help me determine which bin it's in, where it's located. With the app that I'm using, I just type in the SKU number, and like I said, it tells me exactly where it's located, so I save a lot of time there. This will also help with my accounting system. I have to enter details into my accounting system, such as the sale price, any fees that were involved, the shipping costs if I had to pay any, and that will be sent to my my accountant at the end of the tax year, so that he can help me get a really good refund for the year with reporting all of my expenses, my profits, and all that good stuff. The second goal that I have for myself is to align all of my systems. I need all of my systems that I'm using to be aligned. And if you watch my last video where I was cross-posting with List Perfectly, you saw that my titles are not always the same. They differ on every platform because of the character limits that exist in each platform. So I can't really use my title. I mean, I could try, but I might not get the results or find the item that I'm looking for because of that variation in the title. So it's very helpful to have a SKU number, because that SKU number identifies that specific item. You can put your SKU in your description. You can put it in the title if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend that, but you could put it in your description. And Poshmark does have some seller notes areas where you can enter that information too. Okay, so I'm going to share my SKU number format with you. Now I want you to take this with a grain of salt for 2 big reasons. Number 1 is because these are details that are important to me at this time. And number 2 is because this is my first time using SKU numbers, and the format that I came up with is really based on what I want to see at this time. But because it's my first time using SKUs, I might tweak these down the line somewhere. You're really not supposed to once you get a SKU format established, but I might have to. So I don't know what the future holds, and just keep that in mind. If you see my format, you like it, and you decide to use it, I might change somewhere down the line. So the SKU number format that I have is going to be a 9-digit SKU, and it will contain the brand or the description of the item. And I say description of the item because not all of my things that I thrift have a brand. For instance, like antique items, vintage items, handmade items, those don't have a brand, or the brand might be missing, so I'll just give it a description in the title. The second thing, second set of details that I'm going to be using in my SKU is going to be the category of the item. So whether it's in shoes, tops, bottoms, pants, skirts, jeans, whatever the category is, that will be the second set of data. And then the last set is going to be an item number. The reason I chose an item number is to avoid those duplicates in my system, because I really don't have time to stop and say, like, okay, do I have another blue Madewell top in this bin? I better take that out. You know, I don't have time to look. I just have time to, I don't know, store, like bag it up and store it away, you know. So I want to avoid those duplicates as much as possible. So I decided to put an item number in the SKU. So if we're using that same blue Madewell top as the example using my SKU format, that would look like MADTOP000. So that's an example of how I've set my inventory management system up, my SKU numbers, and that's what I'll be utilizing. If I do change it down the line, I'll definitely let you know. Now, as I was generating my SKUs, I found that there were several helpful tools, and a lot of them are free. So I found that you can generate your SKUs in a couple different ways, at least the 2 that I know of. If you know of any more, please let me know, or let us know in the comments down below. So the first way is if you go to an inventory management system website, and this could be any of them, but I put a couple of reputable ones down in the description for you. So if you go to these websites, they have a SKU Number Generator for you. So all you do is you have to take your product name and whatever details you want, and it will generate your SKU number for you. So you don't have to do a lot of thinking with it. What I did is I took my inventory report from Poshmark, downloaded that and just copied and pasted the things that I wanted in my SKU number. With the exception of the item number, I just typed it in. So it was very, very quick and easy for me to generate my SKU numbers for the inventory that I have listed right now. So you can definitely do that. The only reason I didn't use the List Perfectly one is because they didn't have the category column in their report. So I was a little disappointed in that. So that was something that I wish that is something that I wish that they had, but unfortunately they don't. So I had to use the inventory report from Poshmark. The other way that you can go about this is you can just use your existing reports and implement or input some formulas, some Excel formulas into your worksheet, your existing worksheet, so you don't have to copy and paste the data. So that could be a little bit extra work, and a lot of videos are out there or exist out there on YouTube already to help you generate these SKUs, so definitely look them up. I've seen a few, but I'd rather just copy and paste. That's easier for me, so I didn't go the route of using a formula. So that's how you can do it if you're wondering. So again, look in the link in the description for those websites that have that free download for you. So a couple of things to consider before you even go about creating your SKU numbers. The first thing is that you probably should already have an inventory management system established. The reason being is because you need a source for all that information. So your titles, your description, your categories, your prices, all that stuff already established and housed somewhere. That way you can plug these SKU numbers into that system. Now, if you are a seller on Poshmark like I am, you do have that inventory report, that's nice, and you do have that extra category where you can put seller notes, where you can house your SKU number. But just keep in mind, if you're selling on multiple platforms, it'd be best to have one central inventory management system where you can house all those details with your SKU number. Another thing to consider is that this is going to take some time to generate those SKU numbers and get them updated into your systems, any systems that you're using. Now, the amount of time varies depending on the size of your inventory, but be patient with the process. It will definitely be worth it in the long run. If you follow me in this process, we're going to do a lot of great things with these SKU numbers. So one, I'll show you that app that I'm using to quickly locate my items when something sells. And two, I'll also be showing you how you can generate some barcodes using those SKU numbers. So definitely hang out with me, come along with me in this journey. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking with me. And if you have any questions for me or any suggestions for me to help make this process a little bit easier, please leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful sales week, lots of sales days ahead, and a great day.